Electric vehicles are reshaping the future of transportation, but many owners face a surprising financial reality. Their cars can lose value faster than traditional gas models. What's behind this steep drop in resale prices, and how might it affect the growing shift toward electric? From technological leaps that quickly make EVs seem outdated to complex incentive programs that distort the market, the challenges go beyond simple wear and tear. Understanding these hidden forces can change the way you think about buying or leasing an electric car, and maybe even reframe the entire EV market. The steep drop in EV value. Electric vehicles lose value faster than traditional gas cars, and the difference is striking. Over a 5-year period, EVs depreciate about 59%, compared to roughly 46% for the overall car market. Some models suffer exceptionally steep drops. For example, the now discontinued Jaguar I-Pace fell 72% in value in just 5 years. Even more mainstream EVs like the Nissan Leaf rank among the biggest losers in resale value. This sharp decline raises questions about what's driving such a steep fall. A vehicle's depreciation directly affects its total cost of ownership. The greater the depreciation, the less money owners recover when reselling or trading in their car. This is particularly important for electric vehicles, which manufacturers hope will attract a broader audience beyond initial niche or luxury buyers. Despite the cost savings EVs offer in maintenance and fuel, their resale values cast a shadow on their overall financial appeal. This introduces a complicated challenge for EV growth and acceptance. Yet depreciation numbers alone don't tell the full story. Behind these high losses lie deeper factors influencing how buyers view EVs and their market dynamics. As we explore the causes, it becomes clear that incentives, technology, and buyer perceptions all play crucial roles in shaping this unusual trend. Incentives and discounts, which might seem like good news for buyers, actually complicate the resale value picture in surprising ways. Impact of incentives and discounts. Federal and state incentives have been a major force in promoting electric vehicle sales, offering financial rebates that lower the purchase price for buyers. For years, new EV buyers enjoyed up to $7,500 off through federal tax credits, with used EV buyers receiving credits as well. While these incentives made EVs more affordable upfront, they also introduced distortions in the resale market. Buyers reselling their cars often find their vehicles priced lower because the original purchase included significant discounts or rebates. This means that even if a seller did not personally benefit from the incentives, buyers expect prices to reflect them. Dealers also apply their own discounts and promotions to stimulate sales, further pushing down the perceived value of used EVs. Surprisingly, experts note that the $7,500 credit, while helping initial sales, actually worsened depreciation rates. Now that some credits have expired, this may help slow down rapid price declines, but previous impacts have already shaped the market. Incentives are just part of the puzzle. Alongside subsidies and discounts, rapid advancements in EV technology create a market where yesterday's top model suddenly feels outdated. This fast-moving innovation contributes heavily to how buyers perceive value and affects the longevity of a vehicle's appeal. Technological progress in electric vehicles is not just incremental, it's revolutionizing the market at a pace that can leave older cars behind. Rapid technological advances. Electric vehicles are evolving at such a swift rate that an EV just 2 or 3 years old can seem obsolete compared to the latest models. Over the last decade, the maximum driving range for electric cars has doubled, while the median range has nearly tripled. Improvements like more efficient 800-volt charging systems can cut charging times in half compared to older 400-volt architectures. This means that older EVs on the used market lack the efficiency and convenience buyers now expect. These advances don't stop with battery range and charging speeds. Other technologies such as battery durability and cost of replacement have improved significantly, alleviating some of the early fears buyers had about owning an EV. Still, Rapid innovation exerts downward pressure on resale values since buyers opt for the newest features and best performance. This contrasts with gasoline cars, where improvements tend to be more gradual and less immediately render older models obsolete. Consumers who worry about outdated technology, battery life, and compatibility with charging infrastructure are less willing to pay premium prices for older models. For EVs to become widely adopted, addressing this gap between rapid tech progress and depreciation remains a pivotal challenge. Next, how buyers perceive these cars and the market size itself contributes even more complexity to the resale value of electric vehicles. If this breakdown is helpful so far, hit like and subscribe for more clear, no-nonsense insights on the car market and EV trends. Buyer perceptions and market size. Despite improvements in electric vehicles, they still appeal to a relatively small segment of drivers, often due to concerns about practicality and price. On average, EV buyers pay about $9,000 more than they would for a comparable gas or hybrid vehicle, with a large portion of EVs positioned in the premium or luxury market. For many value-conscious buyers, this higher upfront cost, combined with worries about range and charging infrastructure, can be a major deterrent. This cautious outlook ties into the way used car buyers approach purchases, seeking value, reliability, and flexibility. EVs are often driven less than their gasoline or hybrid counterparts, partly because owners may limit use due to range anxiety or charging concerns. A used buyer sees an EV as less flexible and less convenient compared to a gas vehicle, reducing its appeal and therefore its resale value. This perception of lower freedom and possible inconveniences stacks the odds against EV prices holding firm in the used market. The relatively small market share for EVs also means there's less competition among used EV buyers, which naturally suppresses prices. Even as public charging improves and electric technology advances, many consumers remain skeptical and hesitant to pay a premium for what they see as a niche or still developing technology. These reservations shape demand and help explain why the resale value for EVs falls more steeply than for traditional cars. The ebb and flow of supply also plays a crucial role, especially as rapid leasing growth floods the used EV market with vehicles. Leasing trends and used EV supply. The explosion in electric vehicle leasing has dramatically increased the number of used EVs hitting the market, putting downward pressure on prices. While leasing accounted for 17% of new EV sales in early 2023, similar to gas cars, that figure jumped to 71% by late 2025. This means a surge of off-lease EVs is expected in the coming years, with estimates nearing 1 million used EVs returning to the market annually by 2028. The growing supply intensifies competition among sellers and keeps resale values lower. This flood of used EVs coincides with changes in government incentives, as the $7,500 federal credit for new EVs expired in September 2025, along with used EV credits for lower-priced models. The removal of these incentives is likely to reduce demand temporarily, further loosening prices in the used market. Some industry experts warn that lease volumes might drop sharply without these credits, leading to a tighter market later. But for now, high supply and fading incentives add to depreciation pressures. The balancing act between supply growth and fluctuating incentives is reshaping the landscape, but it also means that owning an EV may require adjusting expectations around resale value and timing. How buyers navigate this new marketplace will be essential to understanding EV depreciation's future. As the market adapts, savvy ownership choices can help drivers minimize the impact of rapid depreciation and make smarter decisions about their electric vehicles. Ownership strategies and long-term value. Depreciation often feels like an unavoidable hit when buying any new car, but with electric vehicles, how you own the car can make a big difference. One key insight is that depreciation slows dramatically after about 8 years of ownership, meaning if you buy an EV and hold on to it long-term, the value loss isn't as severe as it initially seems. This challenges the common perception that EVs are poor investments and suggests a patient approach can pay off financially. Buyers who plan to keep their EVs for many years can mitigate depreciation and enjoy the benefits of lower operating costs over time. Leasing, meanwhile, remains a popular route for those who prefer switching vehicles frequently or want to avoid long-term ownership risks. Because EV leasing rates surged in recent years, it offered many consumers a way to access new technology and incentives without worrying about steep resale drops. However, as incentives expire and leasing volumes potentially decline, drivers will need to reassess if leasing or buying best fits their financial goals. For those who change cars every few years, leasing may still be the smartest option, but long-term buyers should consider holding their EV to maximize value. Electric vehicles do depreciate faster than gas cars, but knowing why and how to respond changes the picture completely. Whether it's making use of incentives, staying informed about technology, or choosing the right ownership plan, understanding these factors helps you get the most from your EV. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more insights into the evolving world of cars and technology.